in terms of other stuff you've done on campus, or I guess just this has been like a lifelong thing. Like you're a runner. You
Yeah.
and Vlad, you're both runners. You're very active, very healthy. Basketball, you're always on the move, right?
Yep. You
What's it
know
like
that.
running? Like I know you're really passionate about that.
Yeah, so me and Vlad have been running since the age of 7. When we moved to Florida, that was like one of the big things we wanted to get into. We weren't sure of like what sport we wanted to do. It was like soccer or basketball, but running was just a thing that, allowed ourselves to be free and, be very active. And we just had so much energy when we were kids, so we just stuck with running. Funny thing actually, when like we were in Florida, I was the faster twin. I'm not gonna lie, I was beating Vlad in all of these 5K races and mile runs. But ever since we moved to Oregon, in 2016, he started beating me. And I feel like, he gained this sort of motivation, to, be better, be that better twin. And we always had like this competition between us. And like he's been training more. And so now he's a better runner than me. He trains more for like 800 meters, like more track events that are like mid distance. And I'm like kind of more focused on basketball and doing other stuff too. But definitely running has been like an important thing in our lives. I mean, my family runs. My dad does ultra marathons. He's gotten my mom to get into it too. But it's just like, at the end of the day, after you're done like studying, after you're done, working hard, you just need a break. And I feel like running is a great way to, just get rid of all of that pain and all of that, anxiety. It's just a really good way, especially for Sonny.
How do you recommend someone get into running if they're like, someone like me who's like, I've tried to get into working out
Mm-hmm.
and I'd say I get into it, but then I kind of fall out of the habit. How do you recommend someone gets into it and then stays consistent with it?
No, yeah. So motivation is a big thing, when trying to be consistent and, running or working out or doing any type of exercise. So for me, I just feel like running is really fun. And also, like, some advice for, people who are getting into running, just don't quit. You always have a goal when you're trying out for something like weightlifting. People want to, be able to bench like 150 pounds, or like for running, you want to get a sub 6 minute mile or do a marathon. And, you just have to have that determination and motivation at the end of the day. You just really need to be striving for something new. Like me and my brother, we just always loved running because, of the social aspect. I feel like there are a lot of things like connecting into running. We go to running club every single day, almost every day, like at 4:15, and we've built this like community of friends that we don't just run with. We do like swimming, we do like cliff jumping, we do this other stuff, and it's just like a social aspect and, other things that go into it. You have to make like that exercise or activity fun, because if you make it fun, you're going to want to keep doing it. You want to be consistent with it.
So do you think like motivation can come from a group of people, like the
Yeah,
community that you base yourself in?
definitely. I feel like social aspect of like any like, type of activity is a great help in making you stay consistent. Like you always want a workout partner when you're working out or when you're benching, deadlifting. You always want someone to keep you in check. And also I feel like the one thing that separates running from working out is like you're out in nature. Like that's the one thing I love. Whenever I'm running, I'm going to parks, I'm going to the woods, and I just get to see like, stuff I don't see during the day. I'm always like stuck studying, doing homework, vector calc, whatever that nonsense is. And I'm just out here like looking at the trees and nature, and I just feel like, I'm connecting with it.
Yeah.
It might sound like a little bit transcendentalist or whatever, but
No, no,
like
I get that. Yeah.
this is good, that's what keeps me going. I
Yeah,
like it.
for sure.